Hi guys, what's up? How you been? I'm fine, thanks for asking. Wait, didn't I just do that on the last episode? Okay, so why am I wearing a bomber hat in the middle of the summer? Shut up. I was browsing through my desk the other day, and I found a big old stack of papers. And, well, that's weird. Like, the light goes... That's really weird. The light is weird. So, I found these big stack of papers, and I read the first 3 words, and I'm like, these are jokes that my friend sent me, like, and I haven't read them in like 7 years. So, I'm going to read them, and I'm going to make you sit through the whole thing. So, here we go. Frivolous lawsuit jokes. January 1st, 2000. Kathleen Robertson of Austin, Texas, was awarded $780,000 by a jury of her peers after breaking her ankle, tripping over a toddler who was running amok inside a furniture store. The owners of the store were understandably surprised at the verdict, considering that the misbehaving little fellow was her son. June 2nd, 1999. 19-year-old Carl Truman of Los Angeles won $74,000 and medical expenses when his neighbor ran over his hand with a Honda Accord. Mr. Truman apparently didn't notice that there was someone at the wheel of his car who was trying to steal his neighbor's hubcaps. October 3rd, 1998. Terrence Dickinson of Bristol, PA, I don't even know what PA is, wow, PA, was leaving a house after he finished robbing by way out of the garage. He was not able to get the garage door to go up because the automatic door opener was malfunctioning. He couldn't re-enter the house because the door connected to the house of the garage door locked when he pulled it shut. The family was on vacation, and Mr. Dickinson found himself locked in the garage for 8 days. He survived on a case of Pepsi he found in the garage and a large bag of dry dog food. Mr. Dickinson sued the homeowner's insurance claim for a situation caused him to go undue mental anguish, and the jury agreed to the tune of $500,000. October 4th, 1999. Jerry Williamson of Little Rock, Arkansas. Arkansas? Did I seriously just say Arkansas? Was awarded $14,500 in medical expenses after being bitten from behind by his neighbor's beagle. The dog was on chain to his owner's fence in a yard at the time Mr. Williamson was also in the fenced yard. The award was less than sought because the jury felt the dog had been provoked by Mr. Williamson, who was at the time repeatedly shooting it with a pellet gun. December 5th, 1997. A Philadelphian restaurant was ordered to pay Amber Carson of Lancaster, there's that PA again, $1,300 after she slipped on a soft drink and broke her coccyx. The beverage was on the floor because Mr. Carson threw it at her boyfriend 30 seconds earlier during an argument. Yay, frivolous lawsuit jokes. Boys, oh god, I'm getting hot in this thing. See? I took it off, you happy? It totally wasn't just to hide my horrible hair. Totally, I'm getting a haircut today. So, totally. Oh my god. Dear Mom, our scoutmaster told us all to write our parents in case you saw the flood on TV and worried. We were okay, only one of our tents and 2 sleeping bags got washed away. Luckily, none of us got drowned because we were all up on the mountain looking for Chad when it happened. Oh yes, please call Chad's mother to tell her she is okay. He can't write because of the cast. I got to ride in one of the search and rescue jeeps. It was neat. We never would have found him in the dark if it hadn't been for the lightning. Scoutmaster Webb got mad at Chad for going on a hike without telling anyone. Chad said he did tell him, but it was during the fire, so he probably didn't hear him. Did you know that when you put gas on a fire, the gas can will blow up? The wet wood still didn't burn, but one of our tents did. Also some of our clothes. John is going to look weird until his hair grows back. We were at home on Saturday. We will be home on Saturday. Scoutmaster Webb can get the car fixed. It wasn't his fault about the wreck. The brakes worked okay when we left. Scoutmaster Webb said that the car is old and that you probably should expect something to break down. That's probably why I can't get insurance on it. We think the car is neat. He doesn't care if we get it dirty, and it's hot. Sometimes he lets us ride in the tailgate. It gets pretty hot with 10 people in the car. He let us take turns riding on the trailer until the highway patrolman stopped him and talked to us. Scoutmaster Webb is a neat guy. Don't worry, he's a good driver. In fact, he's teaching Terry how to drive. But he only lets him drive on the mountain roads where there isn't any traffic. All we ever see up here is logging trucks. The morning of all the guys were diving off of the rocks and swimming out into the lake. Scoutmaster Webb wouldn't let me because I can't swim, and Chan was afraid he might sink because of the cast. so he let us take the canoe across the lake. It was great. You could still see some of the trees under the water from the flood. Scoutmaster Webb isn't crabby like some Scoutmasters. He didn't even get mad about the life jacket. He had to spend a lot of time working on the car, so we aren't trying to cause him any trouble. Guess what? We all had passed our first aider badges. When Dave drove into the lake and cut his arm, we got to see how the tourniquet works. Also, Wade and I threw up. Scoutmaster Webbs probably said it was from the food poisoning from the leftover chicken. He said that they got sick the same way when they ate the food in prison. I'm so glad he got out to become our Scoutmaster. He says he sure has to figure out how to get things done while he was doing his time. I had to go now. We are going into the town to mail our letters and to buy bullets. Don't worry about anything. We are fine. Oh, Boy Scouts. I'm totally not a Boy Scout myself. A Jewish mother once gave her son 2 sweaters for her birthday. The next time he visited, he made sure to wear one of the sweaters. As he entered the home, the mom said, "What's the matter? Didn't you like the other one?" Does he have to be a Jew? I'm probably just not getting that.
That's racist!
Poland's worst air disaster occurred today when a small 2-seater plane crashed into a cemetery early this afternoon in central Poland. Polish search and rescue workers have recovered 326 so far and expect that number to be climbing as the digging continues into the evening. Sign joke. Stupid people should wear a sign that says, "I'm stupid." That way you wouldn't rely on them, would you? You wouldn't ask them anything. It would be like, "Excuse me." "Oh, never mind. I didn't see your sign." I think I'm just like the pickup master of rhymes. It's just like before me and my wife moved here. Our house was full of boxes and there was a U-Haul truck in our driveway. A friend come up and says, "Hey, are you moving?" "Nope, we just packed up our stuff once or twice a week to see how many boxes it takes. Here's your sign." A couple of months ago when I went fishing with a buddy of mine, we pulled his boat up to the dock and lifted out this big string of bass. And this guy on the dock goes, "Hey, y'all catch all them fish?" "Nope, talked him into giving up. Here's your sign." I was watching one of those animal shows on the Discovery Channel, and there was a guy inventing a new shark bite suit. There is only one way to test it. "Alright, Jimmy, if you go into that shark suit, it looks good. Now, I want you to jump in the pool full of sharks and tell us if it hurts when they bite you." "Well, alright, but hold my sign. I don't want to lose it." Last time I had a flat tire, I pulled to the road and pulled off to the side of the road on one of those side of the road stations. The attendant comes out and looks at my trunk, looks at me and says, "Tire go flat?" I couldn't resist. Nope, I was driving around and one of those 3 just swelled right up on me. Here's your sign. We were trying to sell our car about a year ago. A guy comes over and drove the car around for 45 minutes. We get back to the house and he reaches for the exhaust pipe and says, "Wow, that's hot." See, if he had been wearing a sign, I could have stopped him. I used to drive an 18-wheeler in my younger days. Wouldn't you know, I misjudged the height of the bridge and got stuck and I couldn't get loose. I radioed in for help and eventually a local cop showed up to take my report. He went through the basic questioning. "Okay, no problem." I sure he was clear of not needing a sign. Until he asked, "So, is your truck stuck?" I couldn't help myself. I looked at him, looked back at the road, and then back at him and said, "Nope, I'm delivering a bridge. Here's your sign." Well, wouldn't you know, it's only been like 9 minutes. So this is going to be a 2-parter thing. Oh yay. So the next one's probably going to be the funniest because there's a lot of references that I don't understand to it. So yeah. So go watch the second part and I'll see you guys later. Bye.